Tywin Lannister is a very stern man, so when he made Tyrion Lannister marry Sansa Stark, and when he made Big Cersei marry Sir Loras, they had to do it. They had to go through it. But we are not looking at the future, alright? Whether or not these marriages went through, whether or not how bad these marriages were, if they happened. We are simply looking at episode 5 about who got it the worst. Because we've seen Tyrion and we've seen Cersei discuss it, alright? Now, honestly, who got it the worst? Fourth place. We're going to go for fourth, the worst, to who got it the best. Fourth, I am going to go with Sansa Stark. I think it is glaringly obvious that Sansa Stark got it the worst. Right? She's having to marry the half-man, the imp. But I don't think that's the worst thing about it. I think the worst thing about it is the fact that she's having to marry a Lannister. She's being like forced to stay in King's Landing when it looked like she might have been able to escape. And she's been done dirty there. And you know, all the talk for Joffrey, Cersei, it seems like Sansa will just never be able to escape King's Landing. It is honestly quite sad for Big Sansa. But moving into third spot, I'm going to go with Sir Loras. And I'm humming and hawing between Sir Loras and Sansa having it the worst, but I'm going to go with Sir Loras because he has to marry Cersei. Now, is Cersei Lannister pretty attractive? You bet your bottom dollar she is. She's apparently the most beautiful woman in all of the Seven Kingdoms. Where does that go to Daenerys? I don't know. Maybe by age, Cersei was the better person. I don't know. I don't really care. But the fact that Sir Loras would have to marry this evil C-U-N-T, and if you can spell, then you know what that word means. You know, and it's not only that you'd have to deal with her, right? He would benefit, you know, from marrying her, of course. Like, there is no two ways about that. There is benefits, but at the same time, Sir Loras would die. He would be killed rather quickly. So, there's no two ways around it, alright? But here, he might get some children at the deal, even if he is gay, apparently. So, yeah, that's a wee bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, second spot, I'm going to go with Tyrion, because Tyrion actually has he knows what's happening here between him and Sansa is wrong. He knows what the Lannisters have done to the Stark family. He knows it's not right. He knows that it's just almost like a form of extra punishment for him and Sansa, but at the same time, he's getting to marry a woman that he's beneath at the end of the day. Like, we can pretend that his relationship with Shay is on the ropes here. It's like that just can't go anywhere. That relationship, it was always going to have to be under wraps, and he couldn't be. He couldn't. It's not like, I mean, in this timeline, in this world, you have to marry, especially if you're of power. So there is just no two ways about it. You have to marry. Damn it, you have to marry, folks. And for whatever reason, they haven't married, but it is what it is. And then, first spot, we're going to give it to Cersei because, you know what? Considering her crimes and all that stuff, she's getting to marry a guy, alright, doesn't want to marry him, right? But she's getting to marry a guy and she's going to be able to have more kids. You know what I mean? And it's like, she's in the same boat as Tyrion where they both don't want to marry the person they're marrying, but it's like, marrying Sansa goes against everything that Tyrion really stands for. Marrying Sir Loras doesn't really go. Cersei just doesn't want to marry him because she wants to ride some of that Jaime Lannister. You know what I mean? But it's what it is, guys. So I'm going Cersei, Tyrion, Sir Loras, and then Sansa. Leave your order down below.